Here's a question from May-June 2025 non-calculator paper. So, part A, it asks us to give the exact value of tan 60. So, there is no specific way which we can, calculate it in the exam because it's a non-calculator paper. We're just gonna have to memorize them. So, if you already did not know, you need to memorize sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta, where theta can be 30, 45, 60, or 90.
Okay.
For now, just know that tan 60 is under root 3. Okay, moving on to the next one. Solve 2 sine x minus 1 equals to 0 for 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Okay, so uh, the first thing we are going to do over here is rearrange this equation. Okay, so how is another way we need to isolate sine x. Okay, so sine x equals to 1 over 2. We can do that, right? Because 1 we take to the other side becomes positive and we divide that by 2. So 1 over 2. Now, uh, we all know what a sine graph looks like, right? So let me just draw one here for you. It's gonna start like this with sine on one side, sine theta, sine of one angle on one side, and then it's gonna have our values of the angle, so 0 to 360 on the other side. All right. Now here we have 1 and then here we have negative 1. This is 0. All right. So first we're gonna have 90 degrees, then we're gonna have 180 degrees, then we're gonna have 270 degrees, and then we're gonna have 360 degrees. Okay, so sine x, which is on this side over here, sine x or sine theta, whatever the variable you want to use, sine x, it's gonna start at 0 degrees on 0. Okay, and then on 90 degrees it's gonna move up to 1, and then on 180 it's gonna move back down to 0, and then on 270 it's gonna move to negative 1, and 360 it's gonna move back to 0. So the graph is going to look like this. All right, so how do we find sine x equals to 1 over 2? Now where is 1 over 2 over here? 1 over 2 is going to be somewhere around here. Yeah, it's going to be halfway, right? So we can use a scale to measure halfway, and then from that point we draw a straight line. All right, so here's our straight line. Now you'll notice that there are 2 points where our line of 1 over 2 intersects our sine x line, and that's going to be this point here and this point here. And if we bring these 2 points down and check the value, check the angle at those points, we're gonna find our x. That was a bit off. We're gonna find x. So here, so it's roughly 45 degrees, half of 90. And then here we can say maybe 150, 140. So 45 degrees and let's say 150. Okay. And in the exam, in the marking scheme, if you check, there's actually a range. Okay, so the range is actually very large. So they might say from 0 degrees to 90 degrees, and from 90 degrees to 180 degrees, you can accept these any two answers from this range, because we were making the graph by hand, right? And each person's graph is going to be a bit different. So even though their knowledge is accurate, uh, their graph is going to be 100% different. It's going to be a bit different. Okay, so there are going to be differences in each person's answer. So check out the marking scheme. There is a range. So your range, so if your answer is in that range, your answer will be accepted. So there you go, 45 and 150. Super simple way to answer these type of questions.